Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is
rude.
happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements, some things that might be uncomfortable, death,
sex, violence, drug use,
heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink, and especially talk about anime, especially when they involve daddies.
Daddies.
Daddy. Love you, daddy.
Daddy.
And anyways, my name is Hannah.
My name is Stephanie. Oh, we forgot to do that last time.
Oh, yeah. Well, by now they should know us, right? They should know us by now?
I feel so.
Yeah, like, if you guys don't know us by now,
shame on you.
What are you even doing?
Bend over and let us spank you.
You just have to take it.
And pay for it.
Like, extra. Anyways.
Tonight's a special episode because I feel like we have gotten our alcohol sponsored for us tonight.
We do.
We do. From our good friend Clownface, we received a beautiful bottle of Kirkland Signature Rosé Prosecco.
Yeah.
So that's what we're drinking tonight as we discuss this episode and discuss this episode and discuss this episode.
And drink.
Also that.
And also, like, literally, we're not calling him a clown face. That is his username.
We're not,
our friend's
like, username.
Being rude about that. It's just literally what his username is.
He does prefer that. We call him that even in real life.
True.
You know who you are, and we love you,
yes,
clown face.
Absolutely. You beautiful golden retriever boy.
Holla.
So, anyways, we are on
Episode 6.
Episode 6.
Finally.
And there's only 20 more to go after this. So cool.
Jesus Christ, okay. Stephanie's here for it.
Is she? You sounded very I
mean, not
surprised.
if we're doing it tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to cover all 20 episodes tonight. We could if we tried, but that's an all-nighter.
You see my episodes for episode 6? My notes are so brief.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Hannah's going to be holding this together, you guys.
Like I've been holding my life together, Stephanie.
Hopefully the wiki's got it and we could just be like, yep.
Yeah, a whole, 4 sentences.
We got it.
It's fine.
I believe in the wiki.
So anyways, episode 6, titled Tetsusaiga, the Phantom Sword. Kagome realizes that the spirit world is an illusion in order to find out the location of Inu no Taisho's tomb.
Ooh.
Just before Inuyasha is completely absorbed to the Muona, Kagome frees him, but Sesshomaru finds out that the tomb was hidden in a black pearl deep within Inuyasha's right eye. Sesshomaru activates a portal from the black pearl, as Inuyasha and Kagome follow right behind him. Inside the tomb, therein lies Tetsusaiga, Inu no Taisho's legendary sword, for which Inuyasha fights Sesshomaru for to possess it.
That was a lot of adjectives.
Yes.
It was a lot of nouns.
A lot of proper names.
It was a lot of...
A lot of something.
It was a lot of words.
A lot of Japanese sounding words. Yeah, so...
Let's break it down into simpler Stephanie terms.
Yeah, so Daddy... No.
Daddy Ichi, what has he done?
He's very
He done
bad.
nothing.
He's very bad.
For really this episode. Was not much
Yeah.
about him.
No, he's just angry.
I love an angry daddy.
Same. You can take out all your aggression on me. It's okay.
Punish me, daddy. Understood.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's not where we are in this episode.
No.
It's only
just
where
in my
Hannah
head,
and I are in this episode.
Truly, in my head. Like, every time I watch this, I'm like, yes, choke me, daddy. Yes, you can poison me, daddy.
This is the
It's
only
fine.
reason why you've watched this anime multiple times.
Yes, absolutely. It is not only my comfort show, but it is my daddy show.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Heard.
there's a lot of the... Anyway, the list is endless. It's fine.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Understood.
Fair. So, anyways, so this episode picks up where we last left off, which is in this beautiful purgatory-ish world.
Yes.
Where Inuyasha is with his mom. Kagome is paralyzed, trying to, like, tell Inuyasha, like, hey, just so you know, your mom's
don't got
reflection,
no face.
she ain't got no face. Your
don't
mama
got no face.
got no face. And she can't say anything. Mm-hmm. And so Inuyasha is carrying on with his quote-unquote mom. And mom is just like, I have to go soon, son. And he's like, but no. And she's like, here, let me make this lotus flower appear again. And then she, like, sprinkles or, like, flings the flower petals into the water. And she's like, look, son. And it kind of plays a memory of Inuyasha as a little kid, maybe 2-3 years old. And playing with the ball because...
Boys love playing with balls.
Boys do be loving playing with balls. And you know who else likes to play with balls?
Me.
Same. But besides that, dogs. Dogs love balls.
Oh, yes. Obviously. I was so stunned. I was like, oh!
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Yeah, no. Heard. Continue.
So anyways, we see a flashback of young Inuyasha bouncing his ball down this bridge thing.
Sounds painful, but continue.
You know, sometimes you need a little bit of pain. As he's playing with his ball, and then all of a sudden he sees his mom in the distance, and he's like, fuck this ball, I don't need this anymore. Runs to his mom like a little bitch. No, just kidding.
But also true.
But yeah, also that. Runs to his mom, and they embrace, and it's kind of this sweet moment of, you know, kid running to mom, just kind of being there.
Seems like it.
Understood. Like it. Yeah, it's a very kind of sweet moment. And the mom is like, remember how I used to hold you like this?
Right up to my bosom.
You know, for comfort, right next to my heart. like being all kind of sweet about it.
Breasticles.
And she's like, I'm holding you like this now. And, Inuyasha more or less kind of gets lulled into this kind of safety with her.
Okay, lulled is one way to put it.
Yeah, under kind of some enchantment.
He's over here just creaming himself, but okay.
He's just mama issues galore, just all over the place
all
with that
the
one.
Issues. He's just full succumbed to the idea of safety.
Yes,
security.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like that?
A grown-ass adult.
I'm a grown-ass adult, but I like safety and security.
But do you also pretend that you're 4? On your mother's naked bosom?
No, I do not. That'd be really weird.
This is the difference.
That'd be really weird.
This is the difference.
He was under a spell. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, so anyways, he turns out like his mom is not really his mom. I'm sure everyone is really shocked by that conclusion.
I'm shook. That wasn't his real mom?
That wasn't his real mom.
God damn it.
I know. Fucking wild, right? So, what is revealed is that this thing impersonating his mom is called an unmother. And the unmother is more or less a, from what I recall, I know they went over it in this episode, but I wasn't like super paying attention because I think we were talking a little bit.
Wow, rude.
I know. Really, really rude of us to interrupt us like that. But what I recall is that the unmother is more or less a demon that was born from a bereft mother from losing her actual child to war or famine. And so she kind of becomes a faceless demon mom.
Oh. I hate when that happens.
I know, honestly. What a time. Don't have kids, you could turn into an unmother.
Right.
So, anyways, this unmother, is slowly pushing Inuyasha into her body. It's a weird, body meld thing that is happening. Inuyasha is literally disappearing into this woman demon thing's body. And it doesn't look that great. And at this point, at least for Kagome, the kind of paradise-esque area illusion dissolves and the reality kind of sets in. She can now see that they're more or less in a dead bog kind of a place.
Right.
And
which isn't even the weirdest part of all of this.
No, not at all. And she's being chained down by little goblin things. And kind of under their spell, and that's why she's been paralyzed this whole time. And Inuyasha's sinking into the naked bosom of this demon, still imagining that it's really his mom comforting him. And Jockin comes up and he's like, yo, you're not supposed to be eating his soul yet, woman. It's only after we get the information to, as Jockin said, Sesshomaru and Inuyasha's father's grave. Which is really a long way to put it when he could have just been like, my boss's father's grave or something. I don't know. So he slaps her around with his two-headed staff, and she's like, oh, sorry, okay. And so she starts interrogating Inuyasha.
It's very bold.
Very bold,
If
but...
someone was slapping me around with their two-headed staff, I would just be like, okay, daddy.
But would you do that to a small green goblin?
Would I smack a small green goblin around with my two-headed staff?
No. Would you allow a short green goblin to slap you around with his two-headed stuff.
No, he wouldn't even dare look at me.
Okay.
Obviously,
that's
no.
fair. That's fair. That's valid.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Glad we cleared that up. I just wanted
No
to
goblins. Daddy's only.
know. No, unless you're a goblin, this dude.
Well, listen. If you have that many hands, we'll talk. Okay?
Okay.
So, kawaii.
The people don't even know what you're talking about right now.
That's fine.
So, anyways.
Continue wondering.
Yeah, so Jockin continues to abuse the unmother, and Myoga the flea hops over to Kagome and is like, "What are you doing?"
Yes,
And
as he does.
As he do be doing. And he is kind of like, oh, she's not moving, not responding. So the only thing this guy knows how to do is suck blood. So he like
Sexy.
he like just sinks right into Kagome's cheek.
Want to suck your blood.
But like less vampire-y and more like tiny little flea boy.
I'm here for either or.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. I'm making notes.
Yeah.
Anything that sucks, right?
Here's my pen.
So that's how Kagome snaps out of it, is Myoga
Tries to,
sucks
or
some blood,
actually
suck on her,
does.
like does be
and
sucking.
get a little bloody bloods from her, and she's
a little
like,
treat.
I'm paralyzed, but not that paralyzed.
Huh, wouldn't you know it? Yeah.
That was her line.
That was her thing. And
was
so
her line.
so casual about it.
Okay, girl, okay.
All right, I see you. And so that's how Kagome kind of wakes up, and Inuyasha is slowly sinking further into this demon, like he's gonna be gone. And she's pulling on Inuyasha's hair to like get him back in for a moment. She's succeeding in that, and he's getting out of it. But the mother like pulls him back in, like he's unconscious at this point in time. And it's just kind of it's a weird moment. But eventually, Jockin comes back and is like, hey, don't interfere. And Kagome's just like, oh, fuck you. Grabs his staff, like beats Jockin with it, and then like golf swings him into the water. It's like, begone thought. And then realizes like, oh, if I mess up the reflection, that's gonna help, because apparently the reflection is of tiny baby Inuyasha with his mom versus what's actually happening on the upside.
That is one of the 4 notes that I had. Kagome tries to snap Inuyasha out of believing.
Yeah.
That I wrote weird spirit is his mom.
I mean, you know what?
That was the best I could come up with.
Yeah, it is
But
weird
yeah,
spirit.
that was one of my only notes that I took.
Okay, that's good. So we're still on the same track.
We're still tracking.
I love this for us. So, yeah, apparently, splashing water reflections really, really does it and breaks the spell. And all of a sudden, Inuyasha is like, boom, like shoots out of this girl, this demon girl. After all of the interrogating, interrogation is happening a lot, like really weird psychotic interrogation, like Inuyasha being held underwater by really long snake arms that is from the unmother, and she's asking questions like, where is your father's grave? I don't know.
I do love some good snake arms.
Yes. I mean, you know what? If you can use them right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so he's being interrogated, and Inuyasha's just like, I don't know. And Unmother's like, think harder, son. And so eventually Inuyasha says, Black Pearl to the right. And Unmother doesn't know what to do with that, but Sesshomaru does. So anyways, after Inuyasha is expelled from the Unmother, Sesshomaru kind of appears, and he's like, well, now I know where it is, so that's great. So he grabs Inuyasha and uses his weird powers and his really long fingers. Yeah, a little nail action. And is able to pull out the black pearl from Inuyasha's right eye. Which is a very weird place to have something, but alright. You do you, boo. Like,
we had so many other good storage places on your person, and that's what you picked.
I know, like, Inuyasha wasn't even aware of it. His dad was just like, straight up, I'm gonna die, and my grave is gonna be hidden in a portal in this black pearl, and someone, somehow, somewhere, some way, is going to put this black pearl in my youngest son's right eye. Wild.
Sexy.
Like, who... Well, I mean... Maybe.
I don't fully know what his dad looks like yet, so...
Oh, I could show you pictures.
I mean, are we going to get there? In the next 20 episodes?
I mean, it's not really, like, touched on.
Ooh,
but
touched.
there is some canon images, yeah. So, anyways, Sesshomaru retrieves said black pearl from Inuyasha's eye. Uses the staff to awaken the portal from the black pearl, and just kind of jumps in because he is on the search for one thing and one thing only, and that is his father's fang, or rather a sword made out of his father's fang.
Oh,
and
sexy.
I know, very hot. So Inuyasha is like, okay, I guess I have to go after him. Kagome, stay here, it's dangerous. And he's trying to look back at her, and she's not even there. She's already like halfway through the portal going like, come on, you slow son of a bitch, come on, we gotta go.
It's fair. She's trying to take charge. She's a boss lady.
She is a boss lady for sure.
Yeah, she's trying to make shit happen.
Yeah, she's like, we don't need to stand around here. We've got things to do, son. Yeah. Like, I'm going no matter what, so you might as well come with me. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, okay. And so they, yet again, and she's used to this. She's fallen through another dimension and another portal to a different world.
Yeah, she's so clumsy.
So clumsy, so crazy. But she ain't crying about it. She's just...
Oh, I guess I'm somewhere different.
Oopsie poopsie.
Maybe I can get my bike back.
Maybe we can find the Shikon jewel here.
Right. Understood. So
spoiler
optimistic.
alert, that is not what happens. So she goes through another time and space portal and ends up going to this dimension where Inuyasha's father's grave is. Or Inu no Taisho is his name. And they're just falling from the sky so casually. Like, if it had just been Kagome falling through, like, there would be no way she'd survive that fall. Like, no way. No
I mean,
way.
What's kind of funny about that, though, is that, like, she jumped
and
then kind of, like, coerced Inuyasha to jumping.
Yeah.
But then the next image we see is, like, she's clinging on to him.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
For dear life. And he's, like, somehow caught up with her.
Yeah, and it's fine. He's just like, they're both casually falling through the sky. And the only thing that saves them is the giant skeleton bird thing that's just flying overhead. Like, do these skeleton bird things know to just catch whoever is falling from the sky suddenly? Do they know how to do that? And just immediately take them into the father's mouth because like they get there and he is just a giant, like, literal mountain of a skeleton in armor with like a dog skeleton face thing. And Kagome, which naturally that's something I would first think of, be like, literally that's your father? He's not, like, that's not just an elaborate tomb looking thing. That's legitimately your father. And Inuyasha's just like, yeah, that's my father. Who else would it be? Well, I don't know. He's kind of fucking ginormous. How did he fuck a human for that? Like, you know, like that would literally demolish a whole ass village.
Yeah. And Inuyasha's like, bend over and he'll show you.
Yeah, like, you'll find out. Just let me drop trow.
Understood. I feel like that's normal.
Yeah, that's so normal. So, anyways, they're flying down the throat of his father. No big deal. And Sesshomaru is already there.
Of course he is.
And because he's so fast, he gets it done. He's efficient. So he finds this pedestal where this rusty ass sword is. And he's like, finally, I've found it. After all this time, I can't wait to possess this because it is my father's fang and thus it's his power. If I wield this, I wield my father's power.
Yeah.
And
stabby stab.
Yeah, and do a nice little stabby stab time. And so he tries to pull it. And this is classic sword in the stone thing where he tries to pull it. The sword doesn't budge, but not only does it not budge, it actually hurts him. But he doesn't flinch or anything because he's just a badass.
He's a real man.
He is a real man. He doesn't blink at it, nothing. He just looks at his hand that is just casually on fire. And Jockin's like, what happened? And he's like, my father prepared very well for this. So basically, he's not allowed, he's unworthy to pull the sword. And that's when Inuyasha and Kagome appear, and they do a little bit of a tussle. The bros be fighting over daddy's inheritance, as one does. And eventually it's Inuyasha's turn, which I don't know why Sesshomaru would pause long enough for Inuyasha to try. Like, that is the one thing that makes no sense to me. It's kind of like in Sailor Moon that the villains always allow all the girls to transform.
Instead of just like fucking stopping them, just shutting that shit down.
Yeah.
They're like, we see that you're becoming 80 million times more powerful.
So
I'll allow it.
Yeah, go on, fam. They're just razzle
They're
dazzled.
just mesmerized. They're just like titties.
Naked ladies, what?
That's essentially what's happening.
Yeah, this is what's happening.
They just freeze up.
Minus the naked girls thing. It's just Inuyasha pulling the sword from its place. And Miyoka's just like, yeah, this is it. You're going to do it, Inuyasha. And Inuyasha's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And for a brief second, you think he is. Like, he's the sword budges.
He sounds like he's going to do the thing.
Yeah, he just had just the tip.
He's full of confidence.
Left. He had just the tip left.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. And as he's like pulling it slowly and it's kind of coming out. And then it stops. And it's still
what
in
a
the
disappointment.
pedestal. And like, if that happened to me, I'd be so embarrassed, especially in front of my older brother. Who,
yeah,
like,
I wanted
to
full come out.
Yeah. It
come all the way out.
All the way out.
All the erectness.
So you can thrust it.
The full
so
girth
deep in
of
everyone.
it. We need to see full girth.
Yes, we need to.
But we can't.
I mean, that thing was like long. You know?
She were going to be thick for sure.
Yeah. Oh, just wait.
But we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. So that was a fail on Inuyasha's part.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. And he, like, quickly grabs Miyoga and is just like, you said I'd be able to get it. Why wasn't I able to get it? Thanks for making me look like an idiot in front of my brother.
Okay.
And the girl that I kind of like. How dare you? He doesn't say that, but I mean, more or less.
It's implied.
That's totally what is implied.
Secondhand embarrassment.
And so the fighting ensues. Sesshomaru gaining the upper hand, like, all the way, like, super fast. Doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat as he's just, like, throwing Inuyasha around. And at one point, Kagome was on a rib. Somehow she gets down from the rib.
Ridged.
Yeah, and is naturally yelling at Inuyasha, telling him what to do as he's, like, trying to survive. It's fine. And she is somehow, she is avoiding all of the fighting, so she's moving around to avoid anything of that nature, because she would immediately die. And she finds herself on the pedestal where the sword is. And at one point, Sesshomaru really has Inuyasha pinned down and is about to more or less, like, murder Inuyasha. And Kagome just cannot. She cannot stand for that. So she's panicking, running to Inuyasha, and on the way, she somehow is just like, I'm going to grab the thing to defend Inuyasha with, and she is able to effortlessly pull out the sword.
Uh-huh.
And that makes Sesshomaru pause, turn his head, and be like, the fuck did I just say that? Did I just see that? And Kagome's just standing there with the sword, and all she says is like, sorry. Sorry about that, fam.
I don't know. I do nothing.
I didn't mean to do. I could put it back if you want. You want me to do that?
Right.
You want me, and literally that is where the episode ends, you guys, just abruptly.
On such a cliffhanger, just like the last episode, I feel like.
Yeah, that's just what they want to do.
They should have just made this into movies. I don't know why they're making this into episodes, honestly.
And we've got 26 of them to go through. Right. I mean, 20 now. 20. And, you know, I think we'll probably end up watching the other seasons as well. Just eventually.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it, fam. That's what we got for you. So, you know, like, have a good time, and we're gonna see you in the next episode. And, like, tell us your favorite daddies, because this is one of the animes that has all the daddies.
That is true.
It's true, and this is just the one of them.
This is definitely an open question. I feel like there's many acceptable answers for this.
Oh, absolutely. Like
we're not going to judge you for the one. Like, there's no one right answer.
No, absolutely not, because it's all personal opinion. Some are widely more accepted than others. But, you know, like,
some are better than others.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know your daddies.
Yeah, we need to know. I don't care what anime, what show it's from. Just tell me about it. Let's talk about daddies.
Baka, bye!